Did you know that Tupperware, the brand that revolutionized food storage and became a household name in over 100 countries, is now on the verge of bankruptcy? This iconic company, once known for its airtight containers and legendary Tupperware parties, is facing a downfall that no one saw coming. Welcome to 5 Minutes Learning, where we break down real business stories into bite-sized case studies. In today's video, we'll explore the fall of Tupperware, a classic example of how even the most successful brands can fail if they don't adapt to change. For business management students, this case is a wake-up call. Tupperware's struggle to stay relevant in today's fast-paced, digital-first world offers valuable lessons in business strategy, innovation, and the importance of evolving with the times. Take a real-time example. Imagine if Netflix had never transitioned from DVDs to streaming, where would they be today? Tupperware faced a similar situation, sticking to its traditional sales model for too long, while competitors embraced e-commerce and sustainability. And now, the company that once symbolized innovation is fighting for survival. In this case study, we'll dive into how Tupperware fell behind, the costly mistakes it made, and the lessons you, as future business leaders, can take away from its decline. Let's get started. Tupperware, a legacy of innovation. Tupperware's story begins in 1946, when it was founded by Earl Tupper. His invention, a plastic container with an airtight seal, was nothing short of revolutionary. At the time, households lacked efficient ways to store food and prevent spoilage, so this product quickly became a kitchen staple. But Tupperware's true genius wasn't just in the product, it was in the way it was sold. In the 1950s, saleswoman Brownie Wise introduced the concept of the Tupperware party. Imagine women hosting in-home parties, demonstrating how the product worked, and building a strong sense of community around it. This direct-to-consumer, D2C, sales model empowered women and created loyal customers. Think about Avon, the beauty company that used door-to-door sales reps. Just like Avon, Tupperware relied on independent sellers to bring products directly to consumers. This innovative model helped Tupperware grow into a multi-million-dollar business. By the mid-20th century, Tupperware wasn't just a product. It became a cultural icon representing suburban life and post-war prosperity. The rise of competitors and changing consumer behavior. However, no empire lasts forever. While Tupperware enjoyed decades of success, the world around it began to change. By the early 2000s, consumer behavior was shifting, and Tupperware's reliance on in-home parties started to seem outdated. Competitors like Rubbermaid and Ziploc emerged with similar food storage solutions, but they offered them at lower prices and through more accessible channels, such as big box stores like Walmart and online marketplaces like Amazon. Imagine if Netflix had stuck to mailing DVDs instead of switching to online streaming. Their business model would have become obsolete. In the same way, Tupperware was slow to adapt to the rise of e-commerce and missed a golden opportunity to modernize its approach. Key challenges and missed opportunities. So, what went wrong for Tupperware? There were several key challenges that led to the company's decline, which MBA students like you can learn from. 1. Resistance to change. Tupperware clung to its legacy direct sales model, even as the rest of the world shifted towards digital platforms. While in-home parties were effective in the 1950s, by the 2020s, most consumers were shopping online. Yet, Tupperware didn't make the necessary investments in e-commerce until much later. 2. Financial mismanagement. The company's financial troubles began to pile up. In recent years, Tupperware found itself carrying $812 million in debt, and consecutive quarters of declining sales didn't help. With high costs and low returns, Tupperware was left scrambling to stay afloat. Take a company like Kodak, another iconic brand that failed to transition in time from film to digital photography. The lesson here is clear. No matter how successful a company has been in the past, it must continuously evolve with the market or face the risk of becoming obsolete. Rebranding and marketing missteps. Another key solution Tupperware tried was rebranding. They aimed to modernize their image and appeal to younger, eco-conscious consumers. This included efforts to market Tupperware as a sustainable, long-lasting alternative to disposable plastics. But while the message resonated with some, Tupperware's overall marketing strategy remained stuck in the past. They struggled to reach millennials and Gen Z through digital platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Take a company like PepsiCo, which continuously updates its branding and marketing to stay relevant. When PepsiCo introduced healthier snacks and sustainable packaging, they didn't just rely on traditional advertising. They embraced digital marketing and collaborated with influencers, making their message accessible to a new generation of consumers. Tupperware, on the other hand, missed this opportunity to revitalize its brand through effective digital outreach. Slow adoption of e-commerce. Let's talk about one of Tupperware's biggest missed opportunities, e-commerce. Modern consumers value convenience, speed, and accessibility. Yet, in 2022, only 14% of Tupperware's sales came from online platforms, compared to 65% for its competitors. Tupperware did eventually launch its products on Amazon and Target.com, but this effort was too late to regain its market share. Consumers had already moved on to brands that embraced digital sales channels earlier. Look at companies like Nike, which transitioned into e-commerce and digital engagement early on. Today, Nike isn't just a shoe company, it's a tech-savvy, customer-focused powerhouse that reaches its audience through apps, online stores, and interactive platforms. Lack of product innovation and brand relevance. Another area where Tupperware faltered was in product innovation. While the airtight containers of the 1950s were groundbreaking, today's consumers expect more. Brands like Rubbermaid have introduced BPA-free materials, eco-friendly products, and even smart storage solutions. Tupperware, on the other hand, continued to offer the same old plastic containers. As consumers became more environmentally conscious, they sought sustainable alternatives, something Tupperware failed to provide until much later. Think about how Tesla disrupted the auto industry by focusing on sustainability and innovation. While traditional car companies were slow to adopt electric vehicles, Tesla seized the opportunity, and now they dominate that space. Tupperware missed a similar chance in the food storage market. Leadership and financial troubles. No matter how strong a brand's history, financial mismanagement can bring even the most iconic companies to their knees. By 2023, Tupperware found itself facing an alarming $812 million in debt. In the second quarter of 2023, the company's stock dropped by 50%, reflecting a deepening financial crisis. One of the solutions Tupperware tried was bringing in new leadership. The company appointed Miguel Fernandez as CEO in 2020, who set out to modernize the business. But even with new leadership and restructuring efforts, the damage was already done. Consider the example of GE, General Electric, once a giant in its industry. Leadership changes and restructuring didn't save GE from its financial troubles because the issues ran too deep. In Tupperware's case, the leadership overhaul came too late to reverse years of declining sales and mismanagement. Sales strategy overhaul. Direct selling's decline. Finally, Tupperware's legacy sales model, direct selling through in-home parties, had been the foundation of its success for decades. But in the 21st century, this model no longer resonated with consumers. Tupperware tried to pivot by focusing on online sales and partnerships with big retailers like Target, but the shift came too late to overcome the structural challenges posed by its reliance on direct selling. Let's compare this to Blockbuster versus Netflix. Blockbuster was slow to abandon its traditional brick-and-mortar video rental model, while Netflix embraced streaming early on. By the time Blockbuster tried to pivot, Netflix had already become the industry leader. Similarly, Tupperware's late move toward online sales couldn't match the agility of its competitors. Why the solutions failed? So, what can we learn from Tupperware's fall? Here are the key lessons for MBA students and future business leaders. 1. Timing is everything. Tupperware's solutions came too late to make a meaningful impact. In business, recognizing and adapting to trends early is crucial. Whether it's e-commerce, sustainability, or digital marketing, waiting too long can cost a company everything. 2. Innovation must be continuous. Product innovation isn't a one-time thing. As consumer preferences evolve, companies must continuously offer new, relevant products. Tupperware's slow adoption of eco-friendly materials left them behind in a competitive market. 3. Leadership needs to act early. Effective leadership means acting proactively, not reactively. Waiting until the company is in financial trouble to bring in new leadership or restructure often leads to failure, as we saw with Tupperware. 4. Digital transformation is essential. Today's businesses must meet consumers where they are, online. Tupperware's delayed transition to e-commerce meant they couldn't compete with more digitally savvy brands. Lessons learned from the fall of Tupperware. So, what can we learn from the fall of Tupperware? Let's break it down into key takeaways. 1. Adaptation is crucial for survival. Businesses must be willing to pivot and adapt to changing market conditions. Tupperware's reluctance to embrace e-commerce early on cost them valuable time and market share. 2. Digital transformation is non-negotiable. In today's world, companies need a strong digital presence. Tupperware's outdated website and late entry into online sales significantly limited its reach. 3. Continuous innovation is key. Whether it's new products, better materials, or sustainable options, companies must stay ahead of trends to remain relevant. 4. Financial discipline is essential. Managing debt and reinvesting in critical growth areas like R&D and digital infrastructure is vital for long-term success. As we've seen, Tupperware's fall from being an iconic household name to facing the brink of collapse offers critical lessons for business leaders of today and tomorrow. It's a powerful reminder that even the most established brands can fail if they don't adapt quickly to changing markets. Whether it was Tupperware's late shift to e-commerce, delayed product innovation, or reliance on outdated sales models, their solutions came too little, too late. For everyone, this case study is a great opportunity to reflect. How would you apply these lessons in your future careers? If you were leading a brand like Tupperware, how would you ensure your company stays ahead of the curve, responds to market shifts, and continuously innovates? These are the types of decisions that will shape your journey as a leader. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What would your strategy be to save a company like Tupperware? Let's discuss. And remember, adaptation is key to success in business. See you in the next video on 5 Minutes Learning.